Hello, I hope you all are well. I'm about to run out the door, go do some errands, and I wanted to take you all along. So this morning, it's already 3 p.m. by the way, but this morning I was just in the zone editing our Texas vlog because we just got back this weekend. So I wanted to get that up because I was excited about it. So I finished that, but this morning just went by so quickly because I was in the zone. And now it's already the afternoon. So we're gonna go out, do the errands, grab ourselves a coffee, a little afternoon pick-me-up. And after that, my mom is coming over for dinner tonight, so I'm excited about that. We're gonna do some veggie tacos and spend time with her, but I'm really looking forward to spending time with you as well. So let's get on our way. I actually am in the midst of working on a couple sourdough loaves. So my timer actually just went off for my second turn, or is this the third one? Oh my goodness. This thing, it's very involved, I've mentioned before. Here she is. So for the turns, you have 3 of them, at least with the recipe I follow. And it's so simple. It only takes about 10 seconds. You just have to wet your hand and then put it in your dough, stretch it, and then fold it over and just repeat that until it covers the whole circular spot. So about 5 times, 4 or 5 times. But anyways, I was waiting for this before I popped out the door because I didn't want to leave it stranded. But I'm working on 2 loaves, and I'm probably going to bake again this week too because there's just so many people I want to give bread to. One, I want to give some to my mom because she watched Palmer while we were gone, so she deserves a nice loaf. And then my sister-in-law is having her baby tomorrow, so we're gonna get another niece. I'm so excited. So we want to, of course, bring them over stuff, and who doesn't want like bread right after you give a baby? I wouldn't know, but I think that sounds good. So we're gonna be baking the week away, but I'm really excited. Whenever I travel, whenever I come home from traveling, I always get really excited to cook and bake because of course we're just eating out most of the time. So that's what we're doing this week. We're getting back in the swing of things. So now that we did that, let's go head over to our errands. Everything on our list at Target, so that's fabulous. And they even had the fertilizer I was gonna get from Lowe's, so that saved me a stop, and I'm really thankful for that because, again, this day is just flying by, and now all I have to go to is World Market. Oh, also I got a vanilla sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks. This is my favorite Starbucks order. I pretty much get this every time, and it's so yummy and sweet, and I asked to do half of the sweetness typically because it's pretty sweet, and you guys know I like a little bit more of the coffee flavor, so it's nice and refreshing though. Let me do a little haul before I put everything away. So first up from Target, I got these cute little toddler outfits for my cousin. He's turning 1 this weekend, so got him a new outfit and this cute book. I also got him some bubble bath. I think it's over here. Yes, some Honest bubble bath. Smells super yummy. And then I also got this card for a friend, so that's all the non-food stuff. Oh, well then I did get these weck jars from World Market. If you watched my kitchen favorites video, you know I love these. They've been so useful, and especially for the sourdough. And then food stuff, I got some Caesar dressing and some bananas. I want to bake banana bread tomorrow, and we have quite a few ripe bananas over here, so I wanted to get some regular non-ripe ones that we can just have later on in the week. And then have some cheddar cheese, some chipotle peppers and adobe. This might be good for a sauce tonight. Or if I don't feel like making a sauce, I'll just use this sauce, which, oh my goodness, this is really yummy. I don't want to say the name, but it's very tasty, has a good kick, and I think it's vegan. Yeah, it's vegan, but it's still super saucy and yummy and tasty. Then I got some ginger root. Love, love, love putting this in our smoothies. And I'm just so thankful that I love ginger now, because a few years ago, I really didn't like it, but now I cannot get enough, and it's super nutrient dense. So love to incorporate that in our meals when I can. And then we got a bag of oranges, some more avocados. We go through so many avocados. And then Greek yogurt and some tropical fruit blend, because now that it's starting to get warmer, we pretty much have a smoothie every single day. So this is a good blend. Fertilize our plants outside, because I've never done that. So we've had our star jasmine planted, the one in the crisscross trellis, for probably 10 months now. So hopefully it'll start blooming soon, because the jasmine starts flowering in April, May, or June. I'm kind of forgetting what month, and it may vary by location. It probably does. But anyways, I wanted to get some fertilizer so that hopefully that'll help encourage them to grow and thrive. And it's funny because the jasmine out back, I was kind of getting worried about it the past couple of months because it was barely growing. It felt like it was in hibernation. But thankfully, when we came back from our trip, I noticed some new growth. I'll go show you guys. But I'm also thinking it's kind of a coincidence, because I noticed the new growth right after I fed it the banana water, my DIY fertilizer. So could be a coincidence, could be they really just wanted that extra nutrition, so we'll see. But I think this will be a good fertilizer to use, and I'm just gonna start with a little and then maybe do like a regular serving size next year. But who knows, I still need to research it a little bit. But let me show you the new little leaves growing. The spots that are bright green like this are the new ones, and this honestly looks like the start of a new leaf bunch or a flower, probably just a new leaf bunch, but it's very exciting to see that. And then over here, our bougainvillea is still looking pretty good. It definitely grew while we were gone, so that was encouraging to see. And like I mentioned, when I planted it, I wasn't sure if it would get enough direct sunlight, but it definitely seems to be getting enough where it still is getting that beautiful pink color. Homer's enjoying the pretty day, huh? Before I do, I'm just wrapping up a little bit of work for the day, and I want to thank Squarespace for partnering with me for this portion of today's video. I absolutely love Squarespace. I've raved about them for years and years, and I've used Squarespace to build my website for, what did we say? I told you guys recently, I think it was six years, ever since my first year of college. That's when I first created my website, and I've been updating it and loving just using the Squarespace platform ever since. It has just been a really incredible tool for me to share my life, my work, my passions, and I really encourage you guys, if you're interested in starting a business or just expanding your personal brand, or if you have the desire to start a blog or a business where you sell products, Squarespace can really help you do that. And I just love that they've created such a user-friendly platform with tons of professionally and beautifully designed templates and tools. And I really love that you can display posts from your social profiles on your website so that you can automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so that your audience can see and share it. That just really helps streamline everything and make it easier on you and easier to get the word out on what you're creating. So I love that they have that aspect. And then they also have features where you're able to sell physical and digital products. So I've done that in the past, and they really made it simple for me and really had all of the resources that I needed to get that going. And again, I just really think it's a great platform to begin and continue to share what's on your heart, share what's on your mind. So I've been trying to update my website every so often, and I just updated it today actually with all of our travel recommendations from our last trip. So I hope you all enjoy that. And if you would like to try out Squarespace for yourself, you can go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, you can go to squarespace.com/AllisonBickerstaff to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. So I hope you love it as much as I do. And I'm just gonna wrap up a few more things before we get started on our tacos. Let me show you the name of this recipe. I know we've made the avocado fries before from this recipe, but we're actually gonna make the sauce and everything as well. My friend Faith recommended it to me a few months ago, and I just think it's a fun way to kind of make your taco night a little more exciting. And I also plan to make some sweet potato. I haven't decided if I want to do fries or diced sweet potato on the side, or maybe I'll do the circular, just cut it into little circles. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what feels right in the moment. Also ready for its final shaping, so I'm gonna do that real quick and then we'll start on the tacos. But I'm really excited because we have like 24 hours until bread is on the table, so we're getting close. And who else is loving daylight savings time? I love that it's starting to get darker later. Like it's 6 o'clock already and it's still so bright outside, and I feel like my day has just been extended so long. So that's been great. Spring is on the horizon. Let's handle this bread. Making the ingredients for taco night, I realized I forgot the tortillas for taco night. Thankfully, I have some in the freezer. I think only 3 or 4 though, if that, maybe only 2. Let me go check. We really like these almond flour ones. Yeah, we literally have 2 tortillas. Shoot. What should I do? Oh, I have butter lettuce, so I could make little tacos out of that. That's a good idea. That's pretty much all I got. I don't have time to make tortillas. I have made them before and they're not super complicated, but I just don't really have time. So we're gonna go with the green style tacos, and then if anyone wants one of these, we can go for that, but just forget the main ingredient. It's fine. Oh, the baby's so happy. My mom brought over some pi because it's 3.14 day. It's Pi Day. Happy Pi Day.
3.1415926535.
I'm gonna get ready for bed soon, but I have some new spring pieces from this precious online boutique called Breath of Youth. So figured we could try them on, do a little fashion show. I've got my little model down here. He wants to be a part of it. We should find him some kind of spring bandana, but I'm trying to think what's a good spring bandana for a male dog, because he could rock flowers for sure, 100%, but I feel like everyone will think he's a girl, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I don't think he cares much, but let me know if you have any ideas. He has a palm tree one, which is very summery, but what would be a good spring one? Little bunnies, that could be cute. I don't know, I have to look for one. But let's try these beautiful pieces on. First up is this sweater, or cardigan, I should say. This is the cardigan of my dreams. It has little flowers on it, and the buttons have these little pearl details. Oh my goodness. We're gonna decorate for spring later this week, so maybe I will wear this. This seems like the perfect cardigan to wear. Let's see what it looks like on. Oh my goodness, it is so cute. So this is it buttoned up, and I'm gonna go try on a dress and layer it on top of the dress and see how it looks. But it is so cute, such great quality too. Cute, cute, cute. This maxi is really pretty. It's a little long on me, but with some boots or a little heel, it would be perfect. And I just find these dresses to be the most comfortable. I feel like I should wear a bralette with this one because it's kind of a lower deep neck, but look at the back. So cute, and I do love the blue color a lot. This one is definitely my favorite out of all the dresses. Palmer really loves to try to take the tags off of my new clothes. He has a tag fetish. Does anyone else's pet have a tag fetish? Whenever there's any kind of tag on anything, he wants to rip it off really badly. But I love this dress. Super comfy once again. Cute, has pockets. And this is like the perfect length where I wouldn't need to get it hemmed or anything. So very excited, but I definitely would say that the cardigan is the real winner. It is just so pretty, all those pink flowers. But I'm really looking forward to decorating for spring this week. And what I'm most looking forward to for this season is hopefully we will be able to start a garden at our home soon, because I've been waiting until we get our backyard fenced in, just because I feel like it'll be helpful when you have a garden, because of course it'll help keep little animals out and whatnot. But I guess I could start ordering stuff to prepare. But tonight, after I shower and get all cozy, I want to spend some time just researching. And by the way, I did look at the back of the fertilizer we bought today, so we're good to go, and we'll do that tomorrow morning, which I'm excited about. But yeah, I want to start researching what we should plant first and kind of what will work in our space. And today I actually was monitoring the backyard, specifically where I want to put the garden, because it's this little nook in our backyard by our garage. So I was monitoring how much sunlight it got, because I've read that direct sunlight is so important, especially if you want to grow vegetables. Apparently you can grow certain types of lettuce in less direct sunlight, but it'll require a lot of research and a lot of trial and error. I'm not going to expect to have a bountiful harvest the first season we do it, but I think it'll be a fun hobby, activity, journey, etc. So that's exciting. I'll show you guys once I get into bed this YouTuber I found who has so much garden content, and he is very passionate about being green and helping the environment, which is a beautiful thing. But I found his videos to be very fascinating, so maybe we'll watch a few later tonight. What, you found a tag? Oh, you found a tag? That's so cool. Leave it. YouTuber I was talking about? Rob Greenfield, and he has tons and tons of videos about gardening, and it was so interesting. I watched probably like 20 of his videos in one day, and he grew and foraged 100% of his food for an entire year, which is just insane. And it's really cool because he actually lived in the Central Florida area for a while, so that was kind of encouraging to see what he could grow in this climate. And yeah, I'm learning a lot from him, and there's so many talented YouTubers and creators out there who share lots of knowledge, so I'll be consuming a lot of garden content soon. I feel like I want to start with flowers and then go from there. I think flowers and lettuce. I think we'll start with flowers and lettuce and then see how those do. Let's look up what the easiest thing to grow in Florida. No, I need to be more specific. What is the easiest fruit to grow in a garden bed in Florida? Let's see, strawberries maybe? But that season will have already passed. Oh yeah, I forget that tomatoes are a fruit. Figs. Figs are an easy fruit to grow in Florida. Oh, that's interesting. That's from one source. Blueberries, pomegranates. I love pomegranates. Okay, this article says the easiest crops to grow in spring in the Sunshine State. Spring is when we're starting. Okay, lettuce, turnips, potatoes, tomatoes, carrots, collards, okra, beets, sweet corn, squash, green tea, zucchini, and cucumbers. You know, another thing I'd love to grow is ginger. Can you grow ginger in Florida? Ginger root. I wonder how it even looks when it's... Growing ginger is easy in Florida's climate. Yes. Ooh, and it's perennial. I learned this from Rob Greenfield, that perennial. Palmer is just staring at me. He's like, you are so nerdy talking about this. You should have seen the look he was giving me. But perennial means that you grow it and then you harvest it and it'll grow back and keep growing back and back and back. But then some crops, you grow it, you pick it, and then you have to replant it. So that's the difference. But yeah, that's good news. So maybe I'll start with herbs, flowers, ginger. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to figure it out. And you also have to figure out what grows nicely next to each other in the garden bed. I'll show you guys the garden beds I'm planning on getting. They're raised beds, but they're taller. So they have like these little stands. I need to make sure that they won't just blow over like in a strong wind or hurricane, because that happens here. So maybe we could anchor them in the ground somehow. Let me show you. So this is what they look like. They have amazing reviews, like 5 stars out of 473 ratings. So that's good to know. So that's an option, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, look. Oh, yes. Okay, sanded smooth, holds 1,000 pounds. Okay. Yeah, I guess if it has a lot of weight with the soil, it'll be less likely to blow over. I don't know. We're figuring it out, but I'm excited about it. Sweet dreams. We'll see you in the morning, and we're gonna make some banana bread for breakfast. Toes towards the back of the mat, straighten that left. Good morning, friends. I'm thankful the banana bread turned out quite tasty, quite delicious. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm about to pop in a couple loaves of sourdough and spend some time in my office this morning getting some work done, but this is such a great treat. I honestly don't taste the sourdough flavor that much, even though I put a lot of starter, but it definitely made it rise really high. It's just bursting out of this loaf pan. And I did add a little flaky sea salt as well, so that's a little fun touch. I've been sitting here getting some work done, and I just finished baking the sourdough. They're looking cute and smelling delicious. This one looks extra good. I left it in a little bit longer, and I did a different scoring design that I really like, so I'm happy about that. It's funny though, it has this little bubble right here, and it looks cute. I like it. So now I am going to fertilize my plants. Like I showed you yesterday, we picked up the fertilizer for the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle it on the outdoor plants, and then should we do the ones inside too? I guess, maybe I'll just do a tiny bit. I'm interested to see what it even looks like. Let's go open it. Let's see. So you can make a tea out of it, or you can just sprinkle this little, well, some of it's pellets, and then some of it kind of just looks like grassy, like shredded grass. It smells like a vitamin, honestly, like a healthy vitamin, very earthy. But I'm just gonna sprinkle it on the plant beds and then also inside the pots. And it is supposed to rain later this evening, so I'm debating if I should even water it. The thing is, I don't want it to blow away if it doesn't rain for a while. So there's a 60% chance at 7 p.m. and a 90% chance at 8 p.m. So how about we just sprinkle it and then do a really light watering, and then the rain will take care of the rest later. I think that's a good plan, but let's get to it. I'm excited. First time ever fertilizing my plants. Hopefully the jasmine will love it. While I'm out here, I think I'm gonna go ahead and move this bougainvillea I planted on this side of the house over next to the arch, because if you watched the vlog where I planted this, I was thinking that it might be happier in this spot because it gets more direct sunlight, but actually I think it's perfectly happy over here by the arch, thankfully, because these are growing just as well, if not better. So that's promising, and I would rather have them more concentrated over here than just a random one on that side of the house. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just dig a little hole right here and then plant that other one next to it. I am entering my garden era, so everybody get ready. I'm about to make my afternoon iced coffee, and I saw this on TikTok earlier today, this cute little mug hanging trick for under the counter. The account is Nicole Midwest, and I think that looks so cute. Do you think I should incorporate that into my coffee area? I'm thinking maybe like hanging it right here, and then having three, I would probably do three to keep it. Maybe that's too matchy to have three of the mugs like coordinated with the bottles. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, but I feel like that would just tie everything together, and I think that just looks absolutely adorable. I love those mugs as well. Cheers, iced coffee time. I'm gonna sit down, spend the rest of the day in my office getting some work done. So I'm gonna say goodbye here, but thank you guys so much for spending the past 24 so hours with me. I really love you all so, so much, and I'm so grateful for you and your kindness, and I cannot wait to see you next. Bye! Say bye! Say bye, love you!